Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss Reformation in our section of literary history. Reformation is a 16th century movement for the reform of the Roman Catholic Church. It ended in the establishment of the Protestant churches. It was led by Martin Luther. It attacked the very foundations of the Roman Catholic Church. The main points contended for by the reformers were the general use and authority of the scriptures and the need of justification by faith. The leaders of the Reformation believed that Protestantism was grounded on each individual's inner experience of spiritual struggle and salvation. Another important feature of Reformation was the importance of faith. Faith was alone thought to be competent to save people. Salvation was regarded as a direct transaction with God. There was no necessity of intermediation by church, priest, or sacrament. Both Renaissance and Reformation coincided in England. In fact, poets like Spenser and Milton were the product of Renaissance and Reformation. Andrew Sanders has rightly pointed out in his book, The Short Oxford History of English Literature, as he writes, the English Renaissance, which had begun as an opening up to new European learning and to new European style, ended as a restrictive puritanical assertion of national independence from European norms of government and ethics. The English Reformation, which had begun as an assertion of English nationhood under a monarch who saw himself as head, protector, and arbiter of a national church, ended as a challenge to the idea of monarchy itself. In England, the principles on which the Renaissance and the Reformation were based, and by means of which both developed, were, as its literature serves to demonstrate it. Thus, it is clear that the Reformation literature in England established the English Bible and the English prayer book. It also helped in widening the limits of learning. Now we come to Puritan age. Puritan age in English literature from 1600 to 1660, a period of literature known as Puritan age. The literature of 17th century may be divided into two parts. The Puritan age or the age of Milton from 1600 to 1660 and the Restoration period or the age of Dryden from 1660 to 1700. The period between 1630 and 1660 is dominated by the Civil War. The life and works of Milton are closely associated with Puritan age. He is known for his religious fervor. The Puritan strain runs throughout his poetry. It is seen even in one of his earliest sonnets also, where he writes, "All is, if I have grace to use it so, as ever in my great taskmaster's eye." The lines have been taken from the sonnet on his blindness. The puritanical tendency is also visible in his fondness for preaching and lecturing and in his narrowness of outlook. His strong bent for the classics is also visible in his works. George Sampson has rightly observed, "The Miltonic vastness of suggestion as contrasted with Dantean exactness of precision has been a theme for comment since Macaulay's famous essay." Other important writers of this period include John Bunyan and Andrew Marvell. John Bunyan is known for The Pilgrim's Progress, published in 1678. This is a great Puritan work, and its allegorical content has been widely praised. It has been regarded as a seminal text in the development of the realistic novels. George Sampson has a point when he says, "In passing from Bunyan to Marvell, we pass from Puritan homely and refuse to Puritan cultured and polished." Andrew Marvell is known for his metaphysical poems and his prose work. His great poem, Horatian Ode upon Cromwell's return from Ireland, is a tribute to the royal dignity of Charles I. His other important poems include The Nymph to his coy-mistress, The Picture of T.C., and The Garden. His prose works include a long series of letters, private correspondences. This period also saw the rise of historical and political writers. Other notable writers of this period include Thomas Brown, Thomas Fuller, and Isaac Walton. So that was all about the Puritan age. In our next lecture, we shall be studying metaphysical movement. Mark it here. Thank you very much.